Baseball Sleepers. Good morning, Fantasy Baseball Nation. Today we'll be talking about part 1 of my Fantasy Baseball Sleeper advice. I'll be talking about my favorite 2010 Fantasy Baseball Sleepers that are pitchers. The key way that I determine what a Fantasy Sleeper is by looking at their BAA, which is batting average against. First, let me explain why I feel that this is one of the most important statistics to watch when you are searching for fantasy baseball sleepers. When a pitcher has a low BAA, this means that it is very hard for batters to get hits off of them. Now, this statistic does not take into consideration the walks or pass balls or things like that. This is the very reason why this very small amount of pitchers with a low BAA are not being talked about in the top baseball rankings anywhere. However, this brings me to what I can say is one of my specialties. That is finding fantasy baseball sleepers, which I determine using the strategy from above or before looking at their BAAs. One of my top sleepers for pitchers is Clayton Kershaw. Clayton had a BAA of .200 in 2009. If you're saying, okay, what does that mean? Well, let's compare this number to the number 1 ranked fantasy pitcher in baseball for 2010, Tim Lincecum. He had a BAA of .206 last year. So this proves that batters had a harder time hitting pitches thrown from Kershaw than Lincecum. The problem is that Kershaw does not have a high tendency to walk. He does have a high tendency to walk batters. However, if he can cut down on the amount of free passes he gives up during his season, I believe he has a great opportunity to become one of the elite pitchers in baseball. Hence, that's why he's on my top list of fantasy baseball sleepers for the upcoming season, 2010. Well, this concludes part 1 of my fantasy baseball sleepers on the pitching side. Tomorrow I'll be talking about the offensive side of the ball. Like, what is all the hype with Carlos Gonzalez? Why is he on the top sleeper boards across the internet and plastered all over fantasy baseball magazines? I will explain some of my reasons why I think Gonzalez is exploding into the fantasy baseball sleeper scene. And I think you may be surprised with some of the things I have to say about him and some of the other top fantasy baseball sleepers from early 2010. Don't hesitate to read some of my other posts or visit my website, which you can find in the description in the lower right hand corner. Thanks and have a great day.